Jello. Welcome to the Gel Podcast. I'm Brie.
I'm Evan.
And I'm Leah. Today's episode is Devil's Advocate, featuring no one.
No one. That's okay.
It's just us today.
So, I'm sure you're aware, the audience, of this thing called Am I the Jerk on Reddit. So today we'll be discussing and debating a few of them just to see, like, what we think. Because all of our opinions are different, and all of our opinions matter.
And we're going to fight to the death.
Yes, me and Brie will be fighting to the death.
Well, Leah just watches and records.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the one. Since Mother's Day was like Sunday. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
2 days ago.
Well, today's Tuesday.
We released this on Friday.
Yeah.
So last weekend.
Mm-hmm. So, am I the jerk for telling my mom she's going to turn bitter? She's going to turn into a bitter, lonely old woman on Mother's Day.
Let's hear the backstory.
So my mom has me at 16. I'm her only child, but she has been a stepmom to my half-siblings for 20 years now. My half-sibling's mom died, and our dad met my mom 3 years after, and they got married. My half-siblings hate my mom. She always deluded herself into believing she is their mother and that they care about her. I remember her always trying to reach them and being rejected, sometimes harshly and sometimes they just ignore her. Both my half-sister and half-brother are married with babies now. Neither of them invited my mom or me to their weddings. Dad got a solo invite and didn't go. My mom has never actually met their babies. She sent them each a package when they first were born, and they were promptly sent back with the stuff destroyed. Dang. I asked my mom not to make Mother's Day plans so I could plan something, and she agreed. Mother's Day came and she was gone before I woke up. I couldn't get through her. I couldn't get through to her on the phone. And like noon, my dad said his son had called and she had shown up at my half siblings' houses, trying to spend a day with them and trying to show that they still had a mother on Mother's Day. They kicked her out but stayed the whole day. I had spent money on a couple of oh my God, I cannot read today. I had spent money on a couple of mom's favorite places to make sure we could go, and I lost that. I had both a bought and handmade gift that were left sitting there, too. By the time it got to 4 p.m., I tore the wrapping off the gift I bought. I found the receipt and decided to return it yesterday after school. I got more and more mad, and she finally got home at like 8 p.m., and I asked her where she had been, and she told me she was showing her older kids and grandkids that she loved them and was there. I asked her how many times she had been told she was not their mom or the kid's grandmother for her to get. She told me I couldn't possibly understand at 16. I asked her about the stuff I had planned, and she told me it was no big deal and I could give her gifts, but that she needed to be there for her older babies and it was just a homemade dinner I had planned for her. I told her it wasn't. Told her all about the stuff I had planned for her, and she told me to rebook and we'd try to get my siblings involved and make it a real celebration. I told her she had a child who loved and wanted to celebrate her, and instead she went chasing after two grown adults who never wanted a thing to do with her. She told me she never planned to spend a day with me and was always going to seek out her other children. I tossed the gift I made into the fire in front of her, and she told me I was being so childish and I had to share her rather than being a spoiled, selfish little madam. I told her she's going to end up bitter and lonely one day, and I won't be there when it finally sinks in. Huh?
Nothing.
Where was I? I told her she was going to end up bitter and lonely one day, and I won't be there when it finally sinks in that my half-siblings will never accept her. I told her I'm not going to be anyone's consolation prize. My mom yelled at me for the disrespect, and she and Dad told me I was out of line yesterday. And am I the jerk?
No.
Right.
No.
Heck no.
Yeah.
No, but, like, from my point of view, do you have half siblings?
Yeah.
Or, like, did your mom have half?
Well, my older sister is technically my half-sister.
And does she treat her, like, the same way she would treat you?
Yes.
Okay. Then, no, she's not the jerk, but, like... Oh, well, no, she's not the jerk at all because the mom didn't even spend any time with her. She's not the jerk maybe if she split both of the time evenly between the half-children and her.
But, like, my thing is first of all, they're grown adults, and if they're already grown and by the time,
and they're not as okay.
Yeah, and by the time she's what, 6? She said she was 16, so
Yeah.
she's like our age. So if these grown adults and they've already had babies and they've been in your life for like 3 years, I think that's what she said, and they still don't accept her, I don't know why she's still
trying.
Well, yeah, I don't know why the mom is
I feel
still.
like she's trying to like make a better name for herself or something, even though she has a daughter who is trying to love her and all this stuff.
And also, it's like, first, like you guys said, like they showed no like want for her at all since day one. But then it's the fact that on Mother's Day, a day that's supposed to be celebrating her and like people and their mothers, she went and tried to reach out and go to them. When it's like, if they even thought of you for Mother's Day, they would have came to you or at least called you or something.
And then your whole daughter then sat here and spent all this stuff on you.
I think that even more go on her point, the fact that it's Mother's Day and that it's her biological mother, and then with her half sibling, that's not their real mom. Like they just have the same dad. But no, she's not the jerk at all because, I mean, I don't want to say you should be spending more time with your biological daughter, but that's your actual daughter. Like that, you're the actual mother to that daughter. But still, to go and just ditch her the whole day is
Crazy.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. I would never.
I would.
If that mom is listening to this podcast,
You suck. You're the jerk.
you're the jerk.
You're the jerk.
I'll read the next one.
Which one? You want the cult one?
Yeah, just give me whatever. Okay. Oh, would I be the jerk if I tell my childhood friend that I am almost certain she married a cult leader? My friend, 26 female, married her 28 male husband back in 2018, and since they've started a community, I was all for her discovering a religion that worked for her until she started to say she couldn't listen to her favorite music genres anymore because they weren't godly or religious-like. She used to go out in jeans, flannel, a tank top, and sneakers until she met her husband. He told her God-fearing women don't wear those types of clothes, and that she needed to only wear, I'm guessing this is skirts and dresses, and dress like a proper religious woman. This past month, they've started a community fund to go and convert people in different cities across the globe. They told people if they had God in their hearts, they would donate to their $14,000 trip they plan to go on to New Mexico and Las Vegas.
Oh no.
It's literally her husband, and the followers all going to just 2 cities to convert people. So, would I be the jerk if I tell her I'm almost certain she married a cult leader?
No.
First of all, this sounds like the start of a Netflix documentary about the.
It says TLDR.
Too long, didn't read.
Oh.
It's like the short version.
Oh, yeah. Friend and husband started a religious cult to recruit people and need $14,000 to do it.
Yeah, no. I never like stuff like that. Like, whenever I read books or, like...
I don't even know how that's real. Like,
yes,
how do you
like,
just think of that?
Because I saw, like, it was part of a documentary, but, like, it was on TikTok. It was, like, 5-minute videos, like, clip from it. But this girl, like, her family had grown... Like, she grew up in a cult because her family had, like, was in it beforehand. And, like, it was crazy. Like, it was really bad. Like, she couldn't do anything. And, like, she had to marry. I think she, like, almost got married to, like, someone within the cult. And it was bad. I think they got out, though. Yeah, she got out, but...
The family's still there?
I don't know. I know she got out, though.
I watched just one documentary on Netflix about a cult. We started watching a documentary in my psychology class about Jim Jones and Jonestown.
Jim Jones. I used to watch, what's that place in Texas where they had a cult? You know exactly, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. They came out with a show.
Yeah. It was on Netflix, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, what is it called?
I know what you're talking about.
Let me look this up.
That one was crazy.
No, that one was crazy. Like, they had to cult in Texas movie.
Do documentary on Netflix.
Waco. Waco.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Basically, it was like this religious cult lived in this.
It was like a very, like, they were like very remote Like,
Yeah.
you had to like.
And they had no
travel.
laws.
Yeah.
Like they had no laws, and like they were like really bad.
And this one guy, he was like the leader, and he had like all these wives.
Yeah, like all the women who were born had to be his wife and all this
Yeah.
stuff, and then
he would like give them off to like other people.
right, and then it was like I forgot how the police got involved, but I think one of the people escaped and told him what was happening.
Because
So
these
then
girls are like 14,
Yeah.
13.
And then the police goes there, and they're like they have like tanks and stuff, and like they're just trying to get these people out the building, and they won't leave. So then I think what they do is they get these really big speakers and they point them at the house and they play like these like gut wrenching noises to get the people to come out. And it's like screaming and like it's like horrible, but it's all on the Netflix show if you ever want to watch it.
And they were like, they were trying. I think they ended up like separating the woman and the children from like the men.
Yeah,
because and
and
like
the place was huge.
Yeah, and the woman wouldn't leave, and they're like, "You're not taking my children," and blah 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 blah, because they've been brainwashed, But
Yeah.
like, it's kind of sad, like when you think about it.
But no, this woman.
Oh, yeah,
this
this woman
is
is
not the
not.
jerk because
She's far from it, because that definitely
what
sounds
kind of husband does that?
that's definitely sounds like
That's
the
what
start
I'm
of a
saying.
cult.
Or not even
Yeah.
husband, but still like a person. Like who just goes out to cities and asks for $14,000 to start a
Cults are
community?
scary.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that people are easily like.
Have you seen that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood movie? So it's this movie about it's just about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like one guy's an actor, and at the end of the movie, this dude is chilling with his friend at his house, and then do you know who Charles Manson is?
Yeah.
His cult or whatever invades their house, and this is all true story. Like, but it was different. Like the true story is that Charles Manson's cult went to this famous actor's house and like killed her and her baby,
Oh my gosh.
and it was like crazy. But no, in this they got beat up. Like the dude and the actor beat up the cult people. So
In the
cool.
documentary we watched, and we didn't finish it. In psychology, it was this dude named Jim Jones, and at first he started off as like just a church
That's how it
leader.
always starts out.
And then he was like one day he kind of looks like Elvis, but
Oh yeah, he does.
he
I know.
does
we'll pull up a picture.
yeah
Elvis looking.
yeah, but he kind of looks like Elvis, and he started off as a church leader, and then one day he takes all of his, like anybody who wants to go with him, they go to, I think someplace like a jungle in like South America, and they build this like remote town like all by themselves.
This is real?
Yes, they build this remote town all by themselves, and here I have it on my phone. In this jungle in South America, and he names it after himself. He names it Jonestown, and then I feel like the only reason he like fled, because one, he was like addicted to drugs, and then two, he had like all these allegations about like sexual abuse, torture, all that type of stuff. So that's why he fled. So like while he's in South America, like the whole United States is like, this man is dope, whatever. So then this congressman, I think his name is Congressman Ryan. Yeah, that's his town. His name is Congressman, Ryan. I'm going to get to that in a second.
Oh.
This dude comes.
Who was that?
Gerard,
Yeah. Oh my God, where am I? This dude comes. His name is Congressman Ryan. I don't remember his first name. And he comes with like these people. He comes with like some news reporters, and then he comes with like families from the people who's there. So they're trying to get all these people out. I mean, and eventually some people like, they go with them, but I think like they tried to like kill him while he was there. Cause like, mind you, they're in like a very remote area, and like surrounding it, they have like all these people with guns, but they try to make it seem like
It's all peaceful.
Yeah, and then Jim Jones had this like saying called White Knight, I think that's what it's called. And it's basically he says it for like dire emergencies, but he basically uses it like as a scare tactic to make people not want to leave. Cause like if you're scared, you're not gonna, do anything. So then eventually, like all this stuff goes down, and then he basically has, I think it was like 900 people, like about 900 people, drink this Kool-Aid and was like laced with poison, and they all drank it and then they all died. That's the picture he was trying to show you.
Yeah, it was like
Those
the
are
largest
all-
mass die
Yeah, mass offing.
in U.S. history.
Yeah, though that picture is all people, and it was like women, children, men, and he killed himself too.
That is crazy.
But I think his son got out. Like a few people came out, but yeah,
Look at this.
but yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy. But like, I used to watch Shane Dawson, like conspiracy theories,
He doesn't even count.
and he had this one episode where he talked about this guy and his cult had like they all had bunk beds with each other, and they all lived in this house, and they all had bunk beds, and then one day they all drank like a something, and they all put this tarp over their head, and every single body was the same. Like it had like this like spiritual blanket on them, and they were just dead. They were just chilling under their blanket.
Yes.
And then the leader was the one guy who survived. Like he like tricked them into doing it, but like he ended up offing himself. So
That's the Kool-Aid like bucket they drink from. It's
Let me see.
disgusting.
oh,
It was red Kool-Aid too.
My turn.
Yeah, I feel like we
what's the
got
documentary on?
Huh?
Is it on Netflix?
Prime. It's on
Oh,
Prime
okay.
Video. It's called.
Jonestown?
It should be called Jonestown.
I'll watch it
Just look
later.
that up. Okay.
All right.
We got so sidetracked. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
And then when you're ready, just yeah.
Okay. Am I the jerk for refusing to change my wedding date for my sister's surprise pregnancy? I'm finding myself in a bit of a family drama, and I'm not sure if I'm the one at fault here. I'm a 26 female, and I've been engaged to my partner, 27 male, for over a year. We've been meticulously planning our dream wedding, which is scheduled for later this year. It's been stressful, but we're both excited. Now, onto the issue at hand. My younger sister, Emily, 24, female, announced last week that she's pregnant. It was a surprise, but our family is supportive and we're all happy for her. The problem? Her due date is just a few days before my wedding. Emily asked me to move my wedding date so she could comfortably attend and enjoy the day. She fears she'll either be heavily pregnant or just have given birth around my wedding date. I was shocked by her request. We've booked the venue, sent our invites, arranged catering, and everything else. Plus, our wedding date has a special significance to us. It's the anniversary of when we first met. I refused and told Emily that while I understand her concern, it's not feasible to reschedule everything now. She didn't take it well and said that I'm being selfish, prioritizing my wedding over her first child. My parents are trying to stay neutral, but I can tell they're upset with the situation too. Now I'm getting the cold shoulder from Emily and some passive-aggressive comments from my relatives. I'm feeling guilty and second-guessing my decision, but also feel like I'm being asked to give up a lot here. So, am I the jerk for not changing my wedding date for my sister's pregnancy?
I don't think so, because like
No.
she said, you know how much it costs to like rearrange like a
'Cause,
wedding. A wedding.
There's so many things you have to take into
Yeah.
factor, like who's gonna be like your chef. If you get a chef, like who's gonna play the music, blah blah
So
blah.
she said, like the catering, like the venue that she paid for, she's gonna have to pay for a whole nother day.
And so is she asking, am I the jerk for not rescheduling it?
Yes, because she's not.
No, because I mean it's your wedding.
Right.
Your sister, like I guess you could love your sister. She could be your bridesmaid. Blah blah blah. But this is your wedding. Like
Yeah.
if,
And
if your sister can't make it, she can look at pictures.
And like it's also not the sister's fault for like having the due date be around the
Right.
wedding, but for her to even think like, hey, can you reschedule the probably thousands and thousands and thousands of dollar wedding that you have planned just so I can, attend comfortably and like it won't run into my problem? Like, no.
Right.
That's crazy.
Even if it was it could be the love of my life, like besides obviously my, partner. Like it could be my soulmate. I'm not doing that for you. I'm sorry. That's a lot of money and time. And like she said, the date was made specifically to be their anniversary. So it's like, no. To move it to like a random date is just no.
Makes you think, did the sister plan her pregnancy?
Imagine.
Imagine we go on Reddit and it's like, am I the jerk for planning my pregnancy to run into my sister's wedding schedule?
Yeah. You're the biggest jerk ever. That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Someone's probably done that before.
True. Sister rivalries, like family rivalries in general, are crazy. Cause
So
I feel like
sickening.
sisters are always
or
worse.
like mother and daughter.
Oh my God,
ones.
yes,
And
those
then
are-
most of the time, it's not even the daughter; it's the mother.
Yeah. Because the mother's like, I want you
Jealous.
I want you to grow up and be a good woman.
Maybe
Like,
it's
No,
like
it's like they're jealous of their daughter.
Yeah, kind of like Rapunzel,
struggling from success.
like the evil mother. Like people are always like, yeah, she just loved her. She wanted to keep her safe. No. She was like, oh, you're beautiful. You're special. I want you to myself.
Didn't Rapunzel ever like? Wasn't she in random debates?
Oh my God. I never expected.
I didn't either.
Welcome to Random Debates, a part of the show where I bring up two completely different things, and we debate which one is better. Now, this isn't completely different, but I feel like it should be debated. So, non-fluffy Crocs or fluffy Crocs?
Depends what season.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it though?
Yes.
Because
Like I've worn mine,
Yeah.
even though it's getting warm, but like I don't. Like I'm saying, like fluffy Crocs. Like I've worn them while they're warm, but like I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, because I don't like my feet
dude,
to
I
be
can't.
hot.
I can never wear them. I can never wear fluffy Crocs. Like, just like I wore them in the winter, and my feet still got hot, like too hot. Like I need some breathability.
Well, I'm like,
I'm suffering from success. Like
He's suffering from success.
I don't want to sound like a tryhard or like a vampire or something. Like, oh yeah, I'm cold blooded, but like I actually, I literally am. Like I'm cold all the time. Like it's about to be 80 degrees later today, and I'm gonna be cold wherever I am. Like it's just how I am. So, like when it's winter and I wear my fluffy Crocs, best believe I'm in heaven because like my coldness starts from my like feet and hands. Like if my hands are cold, my whole upper body's cold. If my feet are cold, my whole lower body's cold. So having warm feet. It really does it.
I
I'm
don't
always
like my
hot.
feet to be warm.
Yeah.
I don't like hot feet. But
Ew.
but I'm probably non-fluffy Crocs just because.
Yeah, I'd probably still say just because, like I said, I wouldn't recommend wearing them when it's hot. The heck
Oh,
are you looking
God.
at, dude?
Huh?
These people need to go to class.
We're about to jump these people and get them 2-day suspension. They keep looking up in here. Yeah, you should watch this so I can. Anyways,
Brie like blows up.
Non-fluffy Crocs.
not fluffy clocks. At least she didn't say something
Non-fluffy-
else.
Oh, Crocs.
You know how in SpongeBob, they do like instead of like the bleep, they do like the boat or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like.
Yeah, where they curse. Yeah, it's like a horn or something. I love SpongeBob. Oh my God,
Oh yeah.
What?
her nail.
Oh.
I've been picking them.
I looked over and I was like, oh my God.
That's how he cusses.
They did that. Yeah, they did that too. They would just be like gibberish.
Can't help it if you're loose with other people's money. Do you think Mrs. Puff will need a dryer to go along with that?
Well, Mr. Krabs, do you want to know what I think?
I'm gonna start cursing like that. You know what I think?
You know what you are? You're a.
Oh my! What's the SpongeBob? What does the doodle one say?
Doodle Bob?
Manoy. What's like?
Oh,
Hoi Manoy.
yeah. Hoi Manoy. Hoi
Hoi Manoy.
Manoy. Hoi Manoy. He's so.
God, what a.
Bro.
Yeah, so
Doodle Bob.
I bet SpongeBob is a real thing that happens under the ocean.
Bro. Bro, imagine being Doodle Bob. I want to be Doodle Bob.
okay. Okay. Wait. So what was
10 hours of Doodle Bob.
Oh,
Imagine.
the main girl was not the jerk
Oh, yeah.
for not rescheduling her wedding for her sister's pregnancy.
And I think non-fluffy Crocs one.
Yes.
Evan.
My bad.
Regular Crocs, FTW. I'm gonna start saying that. It's gonna be dead silent in the class. I'm just be like, I can't even say it.
Oh, here we go.
Hello, customers. Nice day we're having.
I wonder what he said.
We'll never know. Because a dolphin,
Well,
a dolphin popped
okay,
in at
and
that
he said
moment.
nice day we're having, so he had to.
Nice.
Nice.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Okay. Okay. Okay, last one. Huh?
No,
I only got
probably-
4.
Yeah.
Am I the jerk for leaving my brother's kids and hanging out with my boyfriend? My brother Derek is 27 and has been married to his wife Sophie, not real names, 26 for 2 years, and they have 2 kids, 4-year-old male and 6-month-old female. I can already. Okay, I'm making reading. They never really had much money, and recently they had to move back in with my parents. I also live with my parents, and I just finished my first year at community college. I'm 19 female. When my siblings moved out, my parents gave me the master bedroom, but when Derek and Sophie moved in, I moved into a smaller room, and they got the master bedroom. None of that bothered me because they have bad grammar. Okay. They are going through a hard time, but Sophie gave me a schedule and saying this is children's daily routine. I asked what she meant, and she said it's for when she's at work. I told Sophie that I'm not going to watch her kids, and I never said I was. My mom told me she meant to talk to me about it, and basically because class is over and my parents work full-time, I should watch their kids. If Derek or Sophie asked me, I would have said no because I work part-time in the evening and I'm really stressed out. But they could have at least asked instead of assuming I would. Yesterday, Sophie thanked me for watching her kids and left before I could say anything. So I called my best friend and told her that my brother would pay her when he got home. I spent the entire day with my boyfriend, and I got a call from my brother yelling at me saying that I put his kids in danger. My friend is getting an early childhood education degree and does babysitting regularly, and she's great with kids. When I got home, Derek and Sophie yelled at me saying that I couldn't afford a babysitter and that I'm selfish. Oh, sorry. That they couldn't afford a babysitter and that I'm selfish. And I knew that if I just watched the kids, they would do all... What? That I'm selfish. I knew that if I just watched the kids, they would do that all summer. My dad agrees with me, but my mom says I could have just watched them. I would like everyone to know that my friend was paid and I would never let her go unpaid, but my brother did not have the extra money to spare. My friend also knew a little before I left the kids with her and knows everything now. My mother is big into gender roles and hates my dad. What? And hates my dad and me for going away from that after my sister's mental breakdown. My brother made a bunch of investments and is in a lot of debt. I told Sophie that she could put them in daycare, but she didn't want to because it would corrupt them. Also, my friend charged him $35 and would have been more, but because I'm her friend, she gave them a discount. Edit. I did this post in a rush while I was mad. I'm also new to Reddit. I wanted to get the lingo right. I was going to fix the grammar, but now I'm not because if that's what you're worried about, you missed the point.
First of all, brother is kind of L because he shouldn't have lost his money.
What's the question again?
Oh, sorry. Am I the jerk for leaving my brother's kids and hanging out with my boyfriend?
I mean, okay, I get it. Like, I get why they were mad, but also they shouldn't have assumed that she was okay with that. Especially
Right.
after she said, hey, I'm not going to do that. And they still was like, oh, thank you.
I think... No, I don't want to say it's wrong on both parts because the brother's definitely more wrong because he jumped to conclusion about what the sister would do.
Yeah, like they were inconsiderate.
Yeah, but the sister should have also... I feel like the sister should step up, be like, okay, these are my brother's kids, blah, blah, blah. Like, let me just... like, I can put my boyfriend to the side real quick, but she still should have got some recognition when the brother came to a
Either that or like even called them while they were at work, like, hey, by the way, I had plans already, so is it okay if my friend does it instead?
I think she told the friend and then went to go hang out with the boyfriend. So I don't think she planned it before.
But I mean, yeah, I guess because she got her
I
friend.
mean, I would have lied. I would have been like, hey, I already had plans.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, they were inconsiderate. Plus, L brother, because he lost all his money because he was doing investments. L move. Skill issue. You should have been better.
Yeah. Yeah. Should have just predicted the stock market.
Exactly.
Predicted
Like,
the stock
everybody
market.
knows it's that easy.
Right. Like, there's little graphs and stuff.
Yeah, like you just got to read the graph and be like, okay, I
Loser.
should take my money out real quick.
Yeah, like, if it's going down, then take it out. Like,
I swear these noobs don't know what they're getting up to. But anyways, I don't think she's the jerk, but I do think,
they could have been handled differently.
yeah, I feel like the communication on both sides should have been better.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Definitely from the brother's side, because like I said, she said no, and the sister-in-law was still like, thanks. Like, girl, I just told you no.
Girl, bye.
New nails.
My finger.
Can I read this one?
Sure. Oh, you found another one?
Yeah, no, this one's good.
Okay.
Am I the jerk for immediately walking out a date after his first comment?
Yeah, I want to know what the comment is.
I'll try and keep this quick. Met a guy on a dating app, chatted for a few days, and decided to go on a date. He seemed sweet and we had a lot in common. So I was looking forward to meeting him. Additional information: I'm a bigger gal. I'm not ashamed of this, and I don't try to hide it in my
Oh,
profile.
I already know it's going to be something.
I have multiple full body pics and even one in a swimsuit on my profile, so it's obvious. I arrived at the restaurant before he did, so I went ahead and grabbed the table. When he came in and headed towards the table, the first thing that came out of his mouth was, "Oh, you're bigger than I thought."
I knew it was going to be that.
No hello? How are you? Nothing. There's an immediate comment on my size. I've been in enough crappy relationships to know that if someone comments on my body on the first date, then they will not be a good partner. I expect my partners to generally not comment on my body unless it's something positive. After he said this, I immediately started gathering my things to go. He acted all confused about what was happening, so I explained to him that on a first date, I did not expect the first thing to come out of his mouth to be an observation of me. He tried to convince me to stay, but then I had just enough and didn't want to stay any longer. Am I the jerk?
No.
No. Absolutely not.
No.
Because what?
Right.
That's like, if it, like, even if it wasn't a weight thing, if it was anything else, that still would have been like, yo, like, okay.
Like, why are you?
Like,
No hello? Like what she said. No hello?
that's like going into a date with, like, with a person that you know is like a black person, and you're like, oh, you're more black in person. Like, what? What are you talking about? Like, why do you have to say that? Some things just keep to yourself. Like, there was no reason. Like, what did he expect her reaction to be? Oh, yeah, I get that a lot. Like, no. So, no, she's not the jerk. He's the jerk.
Yep.
Wait, hold on, let me keep reading this. I ended up leaving, telling my friends about it, and they said I shouldn't have given him a chance. Oh, I should have given him a chance.
No.
And that he was probably just surprised. What?
If she has multiple full body pictures, either way he could have kept that.
Known.
He could have kept that to himself. There was really no reason for him to
Why
say
would he
that.
say that out loud?
Like, there's no way you're
What
that
a-
surprised where you're like, oh, my God, you're, like, way bigger in person. Like, okay. Go to the
It's not like she catfished him.
It's not, like she said, she had a bathing suit picture. She
What?
had pictures of her full body. Like, come on.
What is this? Am I the jerk for being upset my sister put her rabbit litter box in my room?
No.
What? It says, I, 19 female, came home to college to find my sister, 17 female. I moved her rabbit's litter box into my bedroom while I was away. Not to mention, she rarely cleans up after him. It's not only that she moved his litter box into my room, because she rarely cleans it and the whole room had become the litter box. Ew. I had come home to hay, litter, pee stains, and
Droppings?
droppings all over my carpet that clearly hadn't been there when I left. Of course, I was really upset. I asked her why she would do this, and her excuse was that she didn't want the mess in her room.
Get the wrap. I think it's time to
It's
wrap.
yours.
Like, that's disgusting.
She's not the jerk. The little sister needs to be dropped on her neck.
Either I think
With the
nobody.
rabbit.
I think nobody
girl-
was the
that
jerk
girl-
today.
I would cook the rabbit.
Yeah, we didn't find any jerks.
Rabbit stew for dinner.
I think maybe the only jerk would be the brother one, but that's not even that bad. Like,
Yeah, like if anything, she should have just been like, "Hey, I
Yeah.
told you no, so I'm not going to."
right?
Like, excuse me. Like,
Like
I get where the brother's coming from. Like,
Yeah.
you don't leave my kids with somebody that I don't know.
she's just being informative.
But
I'm trying to find one where they say they are the.
Evan, I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, it is. I'll tell y'all after. But
This is the gel with Gabriella, Evan, and Leah.
by the way, y'all can check us out on Instagram at
Ray of the World.
Evan.066.
and _.leah.hh.
Thanks for watching.
Tune in next Friday.
Bye.